when you have a ton of dialogue and it's one shot, one camera shot, and there's no cutaways to anything. So you're just kind of, oh, do you see the light in the background?
Yeah.
Ooh. What's that? Um, and so I had to like do this kind of a long scene where I'm walking quite rapidly and I'm like spouting off information, and there's just one take to do it in. And we shot that really late at night. I think that was one of our night shoots, and it was one of the last scenes of the day. So I was kind of uh, depleted. So I'd say like that was kind of a challenging one. G- Got it done. We got it figured out.
Welcome to Survive the Shows.
Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment here at Survival Shows. I'm Desiree, and today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Heather Doerksen, star of the Lifetime movie Girl in the Cellar. Join,
Hi.
hi, join us as we delve into Heather's insights into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here with us, Heather.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure for me. So, uh,
So, here we
what,
are.
yeah, what drew you to the script of A Girl in the Cellar, and what made you want to be a part of this story?
It's kind of funny. I often play bad guys. I mean, I've played both in my life, but I think because of my stature and I don't know where I'm quite tall and um, I can command uh, I can command the room. So I think I get bad guys. And for this role, I was the good guy. So I was very excited about taking this role on and actually like being the good guy of the story. The script. It was really nail biting. Like when I was reading it, there was parts when I like kind of squealed out loud. And I mean, it doesn't air for another couple days, so you'll have to see. But there are like points where I wasn't sure where certain characters were going to go, and then especially Kyla Pratt's character, the lead, she's the mother, takes all these twists and turns, and there's these moments where I was like, ah, like in the script, just like, what's happening? And then when we were on set, they were doing a few little rewrites here and there to kind of make it make more sense of everything and piece it all together, which was really exciting because when you're an actor and things are on the fly like that, it means you can be in a creative space the whole way. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Great. And your character faces incredible, intense, and dark circumstances. How do you prepare emotionally and mentally for this role?
Well, for this, every role is very different. So try to find a little in for every character that I do, whether it's listening to a song that I really relate to, or if it's finding something in my life that's happened that connects me to it. This one, I actually watched my favorite detective shows and detective movies, and just kind of called upon all of those, like. Um, Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive, and then the one with Toni Collette she did recently, Unbelievable, I think is what it's called. It was a Netflix series, and so that's two detectives in that one. So I kind of like called upon all of the detectives that had inspired me along my journey so far. That's kind of how I found my in with this one in particular. Yeah.
Great. And Lifetime often takes inspiration from real life cases. Did you research similar stories of captivity to inform your performance?
I did not, because sometimes when I get material uh that's really hard to dive into emotionally, I try not to overload my um I guess my emotional energy with other dark real life stuff. So I call upon either like the script itself. This one, I just dissected the actual script. I looked at previous plot lines in my life that I really loved. But I didn't go into like real life stories of people keeping people locked up or in captivity just because I felt like that was going to cloud the character that I was doing or the I feel like my character, there's a lot of hope in her, and I wanted to keep that hope and that brightness alive through the whole arc.
Great. And what do you hope audiences takes away from watching this movie beyond the suspense and drama?
Oh, I don't know what people are going to take away, or I don't know what I hope people will. I feel like um, it's there are real life situations where families are um, homes aren't necessarily the safest place to be. And that if people are in a situation like that, that they have a safe person to turn to in their life. That would be a hope. But I mean, also, I think it'll be a really entertaining, suspenseful journey for everybody in that. Hopefully that people are just entertained and have a good time going through the watching process and are entertained.
Yeah, amazing. And were there any scenes that were particularly challenging for you to shot, either emotionally or physically?
There were two. There was like one where, I mean, this is just logistically as an actor, when you have a ton of dialogue and it's one shot, one camera shot, and there's no cutaways to anything. So you're just kind of, oh, do you see the light in the background?
Yeah.
Ooh. What's that? Um, and so I had to like do this kind of a long scene where I'm walking quite rapidly and I'm like spouting off information and there's just one take to do it in. And we shot that really late at night. I think that was one of our night shoots and it was one of the last scenes of the day. So I was kind of uh, depleted. So I'd say like that was kind of a challenging one. Got it done. We got it figured out. And then the other one that was kind of tough to do was um, there is one, well, Kelsey, who plays the daughter. Kelsey is basically, for the majority of her scenes, she's acting or doing her scenes in a cellar, in kind of like a dusty space that's dark. And she's a lot of the scenes she's kind of acting by herself. And oh, I don't want to give anything away. So there is a bit of an emotional scene where I am involved. Um, and that one was more emotional, and me and the other actress involved had to really kind of dig deep and get in there, which is always so satisfying for an actor when you get to do those scenes. But it was a challenging one for sure, emotionally.
Great. And did the production team provide a safe space for the cast given the heavy subject matter of the movie?
This set was so full of joy, and it was very relaxed, um, given the subject matter, and it felt very safe. Amelia Burston, who is the producer, one of the executive producers, was on top of everything, and she really took care of where people were at every day. She was on set and present and engaged, and made sure. And then Rob, the director, was fabulous at kind of creating a nice, relaxed atmosphere where we could jump off into our scenes without worrying about anything. So yeah, it was a very safe set to explore.
Great. And how did you approach balancing authenticity in portraying trauma while also respecting real survivors of similar experiences.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the thing is that when you're an actor, you are taking real life stories and real life circumstances and turning it into entertainment. But not more than entertainment, storytelling and passing on the story is what I think is really important and what I love about what I do. I find that or feel that storytelling is very important for our culture and for the world to pass on stories that have happened in the past. And that's how we keep those alive and we keep those stories and those ideas um, present because otherwise we lose them. And so, yeah, putting on a character like an outfit, I have never experienced it. Um, and so all I can do is try to channel my empathy and my compassion for people who have gone through things like this in their life and try to tell their story with authenticity and generosity and truthfulness so that I'm not just, throwing it on and dancing around, if that
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
great. And can you share a behind the scenes moment from filming that really stayed with you?
Let's see. Well, I don't know if there's any specific ones. All I know is that um is that Kyla Pratt who plays she's the plays the mother, she's the lead, and she was absolutely amazing to work with. I'd never met her before, and you don't really know coming onto set what the vibe is going to be like, but right away when I met Kyla, she was like uh, open and generous and hilarious. And and she would walk onto set and just like crack a joke or like just make everyone come awake and like be ready to do their jobs. It was incredible the way that she just kind of like wove everything around. Um, yeah, I think I mean, Kyla was one of the highlights for me for sure. I would only hope that people could meet Kyla or be around her in her presence and get to feel that. She's awesome.
Great. And the movie explores resilience and survival. How do you personally connect with those themes?
Hmm. Well, I mean, like on a, without getting too personal, I would say
Yeah,
that the theme of perseverance that's one of my favorite words that I carry through in my life surrounding my career, which has been such a big thing for me when I was, in my teens, I wanted to be an actor and I had a dream of doing it. And, um, and I just knew that if I kept going, if I just persevered and I just like pushed through any no's or anyone saying like that's a silly occupation to run after, um, if I just kept going, that something would come. Um, so, I mean, I would say that theme runs through my whole life is like the theme of perseverance. So I could definitely bring that into this storyline for sure.
amazing. And if you could describe your character in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Okay. What would they be and why? The 3 words. Okay. Um, brash, hope, and lightness. Okay, brash because she just gets down to business. She's no BS. She wants to know the facts and nothing, swirly around it. Hope because she doesn't give up. She believes that she'll be able to solve this. And then lightness because I think although she takes it super seriously, um, she believes that there's um, like things don't have to be too heavy all the time. Yeah.
Amazing. So, change of subject now.
Yes.
Talking about your career in general.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Looking back, what was the turning point in your career where you felt this is it? I'm doing what I meant to do.
Whoa. Oh, that's a lovely question. Aw. That's such a nice question. This is it. This is what I'm meant to do. Oh, I think it must have been when I was so sweet. I'm like,
No.
it must have been, I think when I was on set, when I first came on set for Pacific Rim, which I did I think I was shooting that in 2011. And Guillermo del Toro had cast me in this role for this huge blockbuster movie, and I walked onto set and just felt like this the scale of the the Jaegers that they built by hand on hydraulics was so huge that my character got to pilot. And just being on a set that was that, I guess that huge of a deal with a director that really knew his stuff, with other actors that had been around the block, was really a moment where this is what I do sometimes. I like go back and I pretend I'm like my 13-year-old self, and I'm looking at me now and I'm going, wow, look at you're doing it. So like I know my 13-year self, if my now self is feeling a little down about things, my 13-year-old self is going to be so amazed and so excited about where I am. So I think that was the moment when I was like, this is where I'm meant to be. This is what I will do for the rest of my life. Like I want to be acting until I'm 90 years old and I'm like the old lady in the corner of the horror movie, like rocking back and forth, like, like I want to be doing this forever.
Amazing. And so you have worked in a wide range of genres, sci-fi, drama, romance, thrillers. Do you have a favorite genre to perform in and why?
The ones the ones that have come up as my favorites as I've gone along are actually comedy and horror sci-fi. Those are my favorites. I love drama. I really still like doing that. I just feel like it's underrated how good a comedic actor has to be to make people laugh. That it takes a lot of skill and it brings a lot of joy to people, and it's hard to do. So that's why I like comedy. Horror, I think you can hide a lot of things about what's going on in the world, in society, in horrors, whether it's through a monster, like anything can be an abuser can come across as a monster. Anything can be, a symbol of whatever the fear is in a horror movie. And that's what I like about horror. It can be really subversive and it can hide a lot of very intelligent things within like the horror brand. And then sci-fi I love because I don't know, you can imagine things that are in the future that you don't know. We don't know what it's going to be, but it's like it's so creative and so imaginative. It's also very intelligent, very smart dialogue. So, and I love playing creatures and like aliens and like things. Like I love that. So there you go. Those are the three that I really love.
Amazing. And how does working on a Lifetime thriller compare to other projects you have done in TV or film?
Like compare like how does Lifetime compare to the other ones?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Well, Lifetime is very gritty, and dramatic, and there's high stakes at all times in Lifetime. So it's engaging. they don't just like show people just living life. It's like there's something happening, and it's really there's a lot on the line, and there's a lot at stake. And I think that's how it differs from other things. Like I've done lots of Hallmarks too, and Hallmarks are like a big hug. Like I just love doing Hallmarks as well. But like it's like you're following two people, and it's going to make you feel really good. And Lifetime, it's like, oh, there's a lot at stake. If the lead character doesn't do, then someone's missing or someone's dead, or so there's a lot at stake in the Lifetime ones.
Great. And is there a role you have played in the past that you feel prepared you for Girl in the Cellar?
Hmm. I feel like, oh yeah, okay. Are there any roles? It's interesting because I feel this is my first detective role. But I've played lots of cops. So I've played lots of different cops in uniforms, or military personnel. I've played like sergeants, and like on Battlestar Galactica, I was a sergeant, and I had to like go through proper rifle training to learn how to hold it, and have the right, yeah, gun handling and combat training. So I feel like I've played a lot of different characters that are in places of authority. And so I think those ones all added up and helped me play this detective. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's coming through. I just declined it. You're more important than that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is the sound of the fan like
Yeah.
coming through and wrecking everything? Okay, good. Here, now you're on an angle, and you can see where I do my auditions, and this is where I do my voice auditions.
Oh,
I haven't
great.
blurred anything out. You get to see the real life, what's happening. This is my backdrop for things. There's a water bottle. That's,
Yeah.
I just gave you a tour of my
Yeah.
room. Okay, there we go.
It's your safe space.
It's my safe space. Yes.
Great. And what's role or project from your career that fans often bring up to you the most?
Oh, let's see. It depends because I do voice work as well, and
Yeah.
cartoons. So there's I did Ninjago, Lego Ninjago, and I had a character in Ninjago as the orange ninja, the amber ninja, and her name is Skylar. And she gets brought up a lot. People want to know about that particular character. She was really fun to voice. And then I would say, yeah, Lieutenant Kaidanovsky from Pacific Rim is one that people bring up. It's so weird. It totally depends on what people's genres are that they love. Like some people love the Hallmark ones that I've done and want to know all about the people I've worked with in the Hallmark movies. By the way, they're all so sweet. Like any of the leads for the Hallmark movies are so good. Or like if there's sci-fi people, they'll bring up like Van Helsing or Charmed or Stargate Atlantis from years and years and years ago, or Battlestar Galactica, those sort of things. Yeah, people want to know about whatever they're interested in. And I've done so many different types that people can kind of pick and choose. Like I've done kids movies, I've done crazy horror, I've done, cartoon voices. I love them all. I love them all.
Amazing. So now I can pick my two favorite you talk now.
Oh,
Hallmark and Charmed. Please tell me all.
okay. You want to know about, okay, say that again. You want to know about Hallmark
And Charmed.
and Charmed. Okay,
Yeah.
Hallmark and Charmed. Okay, so the three Hallmarks that I did that stand out that I just loved was they were the All of My Heart the All of My Heart trio that I did with Lacey Chabert and Brennan Elliott. They were the main couple, and I was Lacey's like best friend through the three movies. We meet when she moves to the small town, and I run the coffee shop. And then by the end, I'm her bridesmaid in the wedding one. And that one was really important to me because, again, like I said at the beginning of this, is that I got a lot of like I got cast as a lot of either the bad guy or like the really serious one. And in these Hallmark movies, I got to be just, it felt like me. It felt like myself, just being like a best friend to somebody and like having a good time and making jokes. And being on set was so fun. There was like little baby lambs in the wedding one, and we got to hang out with little baby lambs and snuggle them all day long. So that those three were important to me because it made me just feel just like really good. Who doesn't want to feel good when they're at their work at work, right? Like I felt so good, and Lacey and Brennan were so fabulous. And then Charmed was so cool. Number one, that was being shot during COVID. Like, so I was shooting that in the middle of, I think it was 2021. So it had been a year, but every day before we got to set, every single person, crew and cast, got tested and had to wear masks and kind of were isolated during takes. So there weren't like a lot of interactions that were happening outside of your scenes with actors, unless it was like outside. So it was less of a getting to know everybody set and more just like we're all in this together, and we're gonna come and we're gonna do our work and we're gonna make it the best that we can. And Charmed was fun too because I did play a weird, crazy alien, and they had to dye my hair white and slick it back, and they gave me like a coat with a collar that was all popped up, and I was, I was up to maybe no good. Nobody knew through the season if we were good or what our intentions were. So they were both very, very fun to do.
So, talking about your personal insights, where you are not on set, what inspires you or recharges you creatively?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, I'm a mother, so my kids are where my energy goes when I'm not working. And I find that if you can see the world, they teach me to see the world through a kid's eyes, which is very creative every single day. They live it every day. So I feel like I think other mothers can relate to this. It's like when people ask what our hobbies are, it's like almost all my time is just like put into my children, and figuring out fun little things for them, through the hard stuff and the easy stuff. So hobbies have had they're off to the side a little bit. Although I have started reading again, which I know is and puzzling. Okay, so I'm turning into I'm in my mid 40s now, so I'm just taking on book reading and puzzling because these are very sensible things to do at my age. But I do love a good puzzle because it's meditative and it's quiet and calming for myself. And same with book reading. Puzzling and book reading and my kids, those are my hobbies.
That's great. And is there an artist, actor, or director who has been a mentor or major influence in your journey?
Mm. There is a local actress who I love to death, and I worked with her years ago, named Linda Boyd, and she's been a real inspiration for me, and a real encouragement when things are feeling low, because she's been through it all, and she's been around, and she's still rocking it, and is super rad, and and finds a way to bring humor into situations that otherwise might be maybe I don't know. Yeah, she brings humor into situations that might otherwise be really down or serious. Like she finds a way to like get you up out of the rut. She's great. And then like a professional inspiration would, of course, I mean, it's standard, but Meryl Streep is one of the beacons of my life. She does all types of characters so well. She's not stuck in one little area. I just love her. Love her so much. Would love to work with her one day.
Great, amazing. So, is there a type of role or story you are still dreaming of exploring in your career?
Hmm. I feel like I haven't thought of it or it hasn't materialized in front of me, but I believe it will. And once I read the script or the story, I'm gonna go, that's the one. I don't know if there's any particular character I'm manifesting at this time because I've played so many. Um, yeah, I just feel like when it comes, I'll be like, that's it. That's the one right there.
Amazing. And other than Meryl Streep, if you could collaborate with any actor or director in the future, who would it be and why?
Uh, Collaborate with any actor.
Actors or director?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many. It's funny when people say this, like, what's your favorite movie or your favorite actor? I mean, like, okay, so Meryl Streep, we covered that already. Toni Collette is so grounded and wonderful. I really love her work. Viola Davis would be like definitely on the list. Oh, I'd love to work with her. She would be so fabulous. And then in like my community, I think Kimberly Sustad is wonderful. Ali Liebert. Those are the Lucy Guest. I think those are the people, Jessica Harmon, that are making stuff happen and are real go-getters and are inciting action in the people around them. And they're in my community. So they would be the ones that I would consider more collaborators in my life for sure.
Let's change, let's keep that and
Yeah.
we'll see. Great. So, the last question. Can you share anything about upcoming projects you are working on?
You know what? Those there is one, but I can't go into that one in detail just yet. But it is in the works, and it is we're starting to shoot that pretty soon. So, yee! So I can't say anything more about that.
Can we
Sorry.
say the genre?
Pardon me.
Can we say the genre?
Can you see? Yes. Yeah. Eventually, you'll be able to see it. Like, it's not right now. I don't know.
Ah, okay. Not the genre. It's a thriller or a romance.
Oh, the
It's
trailer
okay.
for. Oh, the trailer for Girl in the Cellar, or for
No, no,
the
no.
one
For the one you
coming
are,
up.
yeah.
No, not yet because we haven't even started shooting it yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I
Yes. Yes.
keep it.
Yes. I love that. I'll keep you in the loop though.
Yeah, exactly. So this is it. Make sure, all of you, to coach Girl in the Cellar this Saturday night on Lifetime Channel. And thank you, Heather, to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Have such a great day.
It's a pleasure for me. And thank you all for watching. Bye.
Bye.